Good morning, everyone. This is not my trailer. This is the one that belongs to the ranger. I'm up front. There's one of the sheds here. I'm just sitting here watching the gate. I'm up. I've packed a preliminary amount. My car is not full. I don't really want it full parking downtown. But once I get the closing done, get the keys and get this over to the house, then I feel like I'm a homeowner and I can start working on that. We didn't get raptured, but I said we're not going to get raptured. Now, I don't know any more than anybody else. That was my opinion. My opinion is the church is not going to be raptured on a Jewish festival day. It is a Christian, Gentile event. The church is going to be removed, not the synagogues. So why would we do it on a Jewish holiday? Now, they may be back to back. We may get out of here, start the 70th week, and boom, the churches are involved. We're still getting shootings in this country, lots of them. We had something locally last night, or yesterday, here in Georgia, Dallas. You can't deport these people fast enough. They brought in 20 million plus, and that's an estimate. And they didn't bring in people that were good. The good people that were here from Mexico and other places to come here to work, they probably shouldn't be deported, but they're getting caught up in the evil that's here, and I pray for them. I pray that we get the bad guys out and that the people that should be here are allowed to stay. But unfortunately, illegal is illegal, and we've had a very slow process to get people into this country. Hopefully this is going to speed that up. But in my personal feeling, we're not going to see it actually come to fruition. I think we'll be out of here soon. Now, do I know anything more than anybody else? No, I'm still guessing. We're in the season. So the people that are guessing that we were going to have the rapture are using logical conclusions, and they were guessing. I'm guessing it's not going to coincide with a Jewish festival. We've still got, Feast of Atonements. We've still got stuff coming that are Jewish events. We've got Gentile events. We've got Thanksgiving and Christmas. We could get out of here for one of them. Don't know. Just keep working. Keep ready. I was watching Billy Graham. All of his good old videos are online, and you can see him through the ages as he's aged. But he still had that charisma even in the youth that he has at the very end. But he was saying there's, a number of things that we need to still be doing. The Bible says that we're to watch. So we have watchmen, and we are watching. We're not going to see the rapture, though. We're going to see everything else, and we're going to be warning people. The signs of the times are here. The whole world is turning against Israel because the Muslim religion is spreading out like I think COVID was bad. The Muslim religion is worse because it's Satan's religion. It's a copycat of Christianity. And it's all based on lies. Muhammad is a lie. Palestinians, Palestine or Philistine, however you want to pronounce it, is a lie. But the world's getting behind it because it gets them united against Jews and Christians. They are killing Christians in thousands in Africa because it's being taken over by Islam more and more. We're not out of the woods here in the United States, but I keep saying, what do you think would happen to the world if all the Christians on the earth were removed? I think that's the event that's going to trigger everything. That might trigger the Ezekiel war because they're perfectly in alignment for that now. Countries that used to be friends of Israel are now aligned to go against them. The Ezekiel war would be the start, my opinion would be the start. This is looking at the signs. The Antichrist would come in after the fact and pick up the pieces and say he stopped the war. Because it's going to be supernatural. You're not going to see God standing on a mountaintop. Thou shalt not pass. Lord of the Rings. You're not going to see that. It's going to look like just a, oops, we got bad luck to the world. But God's going to stop the war. He's going to protect Israel. Now, the Antichrist steps forward at that time. Which one of our billionaires is going to get killed? Apparently killed. He's going to get shot, but he didn't really die. We healed him. He's back to life again. Only it won't be that human being that was here. It'll be the demon taking over the dead body and bringing it back to life. That's who the Antichrist is. And he's here now, wandering around out there doing his thing, making a name for himself. I don't expect this country to get back 100% to where we should be. I don't expect to be in this house a lot. I think this God is just letting me have this to appease me, to give me something as a reward just before we leave. I don't think I'm going to be in it very long. But hopefully I'll be able to get my stuff out of storage, get everything in one spot, and then whoever takes over, I hope it's not any of my family that I'm aware of that will get it. I do have a will. Wife and kids get everything, but bugs scurrying around. So anyhow, my car's packed. I got to go to closing here in a few hours. It's at 1 o'clock. Since I'm basically out of here, I'll tell you where I'm at. I'm at Brush Creek Park. That's in Georgia. It's 5 miles south of Franklin. It used to be a perfect place for fishing. Right now it's not. The lake, they've been draining the river to get the dam down because they're working on the dam, and we're suffering here. The lake is probably a quarter full. It's mostly mud out to it. And you can see birds like the cranes and all that standing out in the water. Just, their legs, they'll be standing on one leg, that they just stand there and watch. And a fish will come by and I can see them. They'll go down and grab it. So I'm going to miss the nature, but being back in a house where I can try to get you a good strong signal, I can hopefully get multiple videos uploaded a day, because I got to go to YouTube, I got to go to Rumble, I got to get some stuff up on Patreon, because I've fallen short on that because I can't upload more than one a day here. Starlink doesn't work well in trees, and I've got trees all around here in the park. That's why we have a park. So be alert, be working, getting back to those ways that Billy Graham mentioned. Watch, work. You're not supposed to sit back. If there was nothing for us to do, he'd take us out of here. Heaven's far better than this. If we had a choice and knew what heaven was like, we'd be picking heaven. We're here for a reason. God needs us down here, wants us down here. He doesn't need, but wants the fellowship with us down here to reach out to other people. If you're a Christian, you should have good times and good memories that you can relate people to. Now, I know some of you are suffering, and I'm sorry that you do. I pray for strength and guidance in that. But the people in the Old Testament suffered, the people in the New Testament suffered. Suffering doesn't seem to go away when you become a person of God. You just don't go through it alone. You've got a companion. Maybe you've got to strengthen up your faith and pray more and ask for strength. I don't know. This last video, when I said it's my last message, ? Well, it's rhetorical. I knew it wasn't. But I got a lot of views. The rapture and getting out of here seems to be the common topic. But I got a bunch of negatives in there, and a few of you saw them. I occasionally will leave something up there, but typically they're so bad and vulgar that I just block them and get rid of them. But one guy said, "You don't know the Bible, you're an idiot. This isn't the first of the year." Well, it didn't used to be, but Rosh Hashanah means head of the year. Understand your Hebrew, he said. You don't know Hebrew. You call it Rosh Hashanah and you call this the first of the year. That's not. He doesn't know Hebrew, he doesn't know the Bible, and he doesn't know the fact that the Jews didn't like their New Year's coincided with Christian holidays, so they moved it to coincide with Feast of Trumpets. Yes, this first of the year that we just had should have been in spring, but they moved it. Know your history. They've had no guidance from God for a long time. They don't listen to him anymore. They didn't listen to him in Jesus' time. That's why he chewed them out. Called them whitewashed tombs. Pretty on the outside and dead on the inside. And they're still the same way. When they destroyed the temple, they took away their last vestige, their last connection to God, in their opinion. Now, we know they don't need it. We're the temple now because we have the Spirit in us. But prior to that, the temple was the only way that they could get to the Spirit of God, through the ark. Of course, they lost the ark. Don't do what they do. Like Jesus said about the religious leaders, don't do what they do what they say. They're better at telling you what to do than doing it themselves. So, watch, help others, love one another. We have a great commission to carry out. When we reach the world with the last person reached, we're out of here. That's what the Bible says. So, help it along by doing your part. All right. I don't know if I'm going to get this uploaded now. I've taken my satellite down because I'm moving it. I'm hopefully going to get it set up later today. It's going to be hectic. I got to do the closing, go to the house, check the keys out. They'll last for a short time. I'm going to change the lock anyway. I could rekey it, but that's too much work. It's easier just to put a new lock in. That way I know it's new and will work good. Then I got to go back into town with my paperwork that says I own the house and turn on the water and power. Because they won't turn it on until I can prove I own it. And I can't prove I own it until I'm done with everything. So, it's going to be hectic. Then I'm going to unload my car, come back out here. I've got at least 2 loads to empty the trailer. And I got some furniture in a shed behind me, that one right there. I've got a bed and a table and some stuff in there. I'm going to get that set up. And then hopefully, God willing, all this is God willing. I'm not doing this on my own, believe me. Monday I'll get my son out here, I hope, for a month. And we get things set up. So I'm cautiously optimistic and happy, but I almost had a house sold once before and they fell through a week before. Now, this is the day of, so I don't know anything could happen, but it can. God and I play games. He loves taking me up to the wire to test my faith. And I smile at him and I laugh and I have a good time watching him. It's like, you couldn't have given me the money that I needed 2 days early. You have to wait till I have to go to the place and then the money shows up and boom, I can go give it to him. But that's the way he does things with me. He's that good with timing. So, never lose faith. God's timing is always perfect. Okay, well, we're going to keep looking for the rapture. We're still in the season. Things are getting set up. The harlot's out there working. The Antichrist in his human form is out there working. I don't know if the 2 witnesses are here yet, but they're probably alive. They just haven't stepped forward. They may not step forward until after the Ezekiel war, along with the 144,000. God's got it all timed. And I'm sorry if I'm jiggling the camera. I'm holding it in my hand. My tripod and laptop and everything is all packed up. So be kind to yourself, because it says to love your neighbor as yourself. If you don't love yourself, that's hard to do. Then share it. Share the love with God, with your family, friends, and neighbors. And share the joy. Till we meet in the clouds. God bless.